Hi everybody, this is Anita with Homestead Evolution. I decided today that I was going to ferment some asparagus. I've got it already cut into the jars. I've got a few things already in there. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to finish it up and then tell you about what we're going to do with the leftover asparagus stems. We use the Mason Tops complete mason jar fermenting kit. Makes it pretty easy. Alright, I'm going to move this camera closer and we'll see what we need to do to finish this up. Okay, what I have in here, I decided to do it two different ways. With this jar, I have the asparagus and I cut it right to the height of the bottom ring of the jar right here. I have 4 cloves of garlic and some pickling spice. I just dumped it in there till it looked good. And in this jar, I have 4 cloves of garlic, mustard seed, and some crushed red pepper flake. You can put as much or little of this as you like, depending on how hot or spicy you like things. So now what I have to do is add a heaping tablespoon full of salt into each jar. I'm using the Himalayan sea salt. You want to try not to use iodized salt. Then I have to add water. You don't want to use tap water, especially if you're in town. You want to use filtered water because the chlorine and chemicals in the water will cause the fermentation process not to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my water right out of my Berkey. Alright, let's pull this out here. Need a little bit more in there. It takes about 2 cups. That's pretty good. Now what I want to do, kind of just swish that around a little bit. I've got a weight. These weights have a straight side and a curved side. What you want to do is you want to put the curved side down and push down on it until it's covered with water. Got a little too much water in that one. Let me dump some out. There it is. Now, what I decided to do, so I know which jar is which, I can pretty much tell by looking at the spices. But I've got some red pepper flakes in here, so I'm putting the red lid on here so I know that that one's hot. Now all I have to do is take these, put them in my fermentation closet. I have a linen closet out in the hall that I use. I have one complete shelf that I do nothing but fermentation on. This is trimmed to 1 pound. And what I'll do is I'll freeze this. I'll come back later because my recipe for asparagus soup takes 1 pound. You can use the stems just as well as the tops for the soup. This package is saved for stir fry. Anytime we want to do stir fry, I like to put a little asparagus in it. So there it is. I'll know in a couple days how that asparagus tastes. I'll taste it after about 3 days, and then we'll check it again after 5 if it isn't as sour as I like it. I like my asparagus pretty sour. John doesn't like it quite as sour. So maybe I'll get 1 jar back in the refrigerator for him and leave the other one ferment a little longer for myself. Alright now, y'all have a good day.